Hello Year 2 and welcome to this week's quiz. Okay, hopefully by now you know how we do this. So you've got your objects ready, your red, your orange and your green. If you haven't got them ready, then you can go and pause the video and go and get them. Okay, so our first question is, what punctuation do we use when we're writing a contraction? What punctuation do we use when we're writing a contraction? If you think we use a question mark, hold up your red object. If you think we use an apostrophe, hold up your orange object. And if you think we use a comma, you would hold up your green object. Okay, off you go. Well done if you said the apostrophe. So if you're holding up your orange object, you would be right. Because when we're writing a contraction, we use an apostrophe. Fantastic. We've been doing lots of that in English, haven't we, the last week or so? Okay, the next question. How do we make the words does not into a contraction? How do we make the words does not into a contraction? Okay, have a look. So the important thing here is to really look at where the apostrophe is, because in two of these, the apostrophe will not be in the right place. So we know it's the word doesn't, but which of these is written correctly? Okay, if you're holding up your red object, you would be wrong because the apostrophe does not go there. If you're holding up your orange object, you would also be wrong because the apostrophe does not go at the end. If you're holding up the green object, well done, because that is how we write the contraction doesn't. We use the apostrophe to replace the O for does not. So well done to everyone that was holding up the green object. Okay, the next one of our spelling words for this week. Which spelling is correct? So all three of them are trying to write the word special. Which of those is correct? Have a look at them carefully. Okay, if you're holding up the red object, you're right. That is how we write the word special. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Ooh, a money question now. Which of these make 67p? So which of these make 67p? Okay, I'm going to start with the green one. So let's see, here we've got a £1, 5p and a 2p. So the green one makes £1, 7p. So it does not make 67p. The orange one makes 50, 60, 70, 72p. So the orange one also does not make 67p. So let's check to see if the red one does make 67p. 50, 60, 65, 66, 67. So the red one makes 67p. So if you're holding up the red object, well done, you are correct. Ooh, now one about change. How much change would I get from 50p if I got an apple costing 10p? So I'm spending 10p and I pay with a 50p. Have a look, how much change will I get? Okay, if we said 30p and we're holding up our red object, we would not be correct. If we're holding up our orange object and said 20p, we would not be correct. If we're holding up our green object and we're saying 40p, then we would be right. Because if I've got 50p and I spend 10p, I would have 40p change. And the way I could check it, I could do 40 add 10 and it equals 50. So well done if you held up the green object. Okay, the next question about RE and about Islam that we've been learning about. How long does Ramadan last? How long does Ramadan last? Is it 1 year, 1 month, or 1 week? Have a think to all that learning we did about Ramadan. How long does Ramadan last? Is it 1 year, 1 month, or 1 week? Well done if you're holding up the orange object, because Ramadan lasts 1 month. It is the month of fasting when they don't eat from when the sun rises to when the sun sets. Ooh, a tricky one now. What is the past tense verb for draw? Okay, so I'm talking about draw and I want to put it in the past tense. Would I say I drew, I drawed, or I draw? If it was in the past tense. So would we say yesterday I drew a picture, yesterday I drawed a picture, or yesterday I draw a picture? Okay, if you're holding up the red object, you are correct, because we would say I drew, because drew is the past tense verb for draw. So well done. Next one. Which of these is a cuboid shape? Which of these is a cuboid shape? Okay, so the football, I know, is not a cuboid shape. Can anybody remember what shape a football is? Well done if you said sphere. Okay, a football is a sphere shape. So that is definitely not a cuboid. And the Rubik's Cube. Okay, there's a bit of a clue there. It's called a Rubik's Cube because it's a cube shape. It is not a cuboid shape. So the right answer is the tissue box, and that is a cuboid shape. So well done if you held up your orange object. Okay, my last question. This is going back a little bit to when we learnt all about the continents and things like that in our geography lessons. So which animal lives in a tundra? Okay, is it a lion, a camel, or an Arctic fox? Which one of those lives in a tundra? Have a think. Think back to when we learned about a tundra. What was the weather like in a tundra? Okay, if you're holding up your red object, you are not correct. If you're holding up your orange object, you're not correct either, because a camel lives in a desert. If you're holding up your green object, you are right, because it's cold in the tundra and an Arctic fox lives in a tundra. Well done. I hope you enjoyed the quiz today. Have a great weekend. Bye for now.